Okay, we've got to look at the polls first before we jump into American Underdog. Last week I gave West Side Story an A, but the subscribers predicted a B. With this film they're predicting a C. Will the movie be that mediocre? So American Underdog is a biopic starring Zachary Levi as NFL quarterback Kurt Warner, who went from undrafted free agent to Super Bowl MVP and played the game for 12 seasons, mostly with the St. Louis Rams. One benefit of me going into a movie like this is I don't watch a lot of football, so a lot of this is news to me. I'll say one funny thing about it. It does take some getting used to seeing Zachary Levi play a 21-year-old at the start of the movie and remain in his 20s throughout the rest of it. Dude, yeah, I was getting some flashbacks to the identical a couple of times. But, you know, sometimes when that happens, the performance of the actor can make you forget about that a little. So does that happen here? For the most part, yes. Goddamn, Zachary Levi is a really likable actor. He's charming as hell here. He does the humor well, the drama well, and you really do root for this guy. The only times where the age was a little distracting is when characters have lines like, "This kid is going places," or when he's with a coach who looks the same age. The film itself is your standard sports movie. You can pretty much picture the entire film in your head when you watch the trailer, and you'd probably be correct. Throughout it, no one's giving him a chance. He's with the Packers, then is let go, then has to work nights at a grocery store, while still waiting for his big break. There's not a lot in the way of drama here, or at least a lot to make it unique to the genre. So sometimes I didn't know if it necessarily merited a theatrical film, but on the other side of that, I can see people going into this and finding it refreshing that there's not a lot of manufactured drama in it. And it is a very inspiring story about a guy who in a short amount of time went from a Hy-Vee shelf stalker to a record-breaking football MVP. Since the sports part of it is more or less what you've seen in other movies, like there's coaches who say, "You don't have what it takes," and then he has what it takes. The movie makes the right decision to focus a lot on the romance between Kurt and his wife Brenda, here played by Paquin. It reminded me of the previous Erwin Brothers movie, I Can Only Imagine, which was your typical kind of music bio, but did a good job of focusing on the relationship between the lead and his dad, which made that movie decent. Here, Zachary Levi and Paquin do have great chemistry together. It's sweet how he is with her kids, and it gets into relationship struggles like having to be long distance when he goes to play for the Iowa Barnstormers. I like one scene where they're broke and their power is off due to an ice storm, and they're driving away but get stuck in the middle of nowhere, and he has to walk to go get gas. For like 5 minutes, the movie looks like an apocalyptic disaster film. Aside from the noticeable ages of the actors, the movie is cast well with its supporting characters. The coaches are, for the most part, your by-the-numbers sports movie coaches. They don't really stand out on paper, but these actors make the scenes work. Adam Baldwin is good in the film, Dennis Quaid is good, but the one that really does feel like a character is Bruce McGill. Zachary Levi scores a touchdown, and Bruce is like, "Excellent, kid, here's $100. You get $100 for every touchdown." And Kurt is like, "What? Okay," and scores a lot more touchdowns. The humor can be a little sitcom-y, but some of it works. Oh, and Kevin Downes is in it briefly, and having seen a lot of PureFlix movies, this is always me when I spot a Kevin Downes in one of these. I was entertained by the film, and not knowing the sport well, the movie was informative. I really didn't know much about the AFL or arena football before watching this, so that was interesting. And his life story isn't one I was particularly familiar with, and given that my dad's team is the Rams, I was interested in where the movie was going. I'll give it a B-. It's serviceable. It does not break new ground in this genre, and for me, I would have been fine with just watching this on TV, but I think it'll work really well for its audience, who I'm sure will enjoy seeing this in theaters, and the performances of the two leads and their chemistry is really what brings it up from the C category. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stick around because we've got reviews coming up for Spider-Man No Way Home and Nightmare Alley. See you next time.